Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, lovely people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us on Let's Talk TV, one and only YouTube platform that gives you only quality news and information on all the matter where they happen for Biafraland as it is hot. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel to enjoy wonderful live broadcasts from Prime Minister Simon Èkpá and other conformento news where we say I dey give you the back-to-back information as it dey happen for Biafraland. Now, the video you're about to watch or the live audio you're about to listen to, is a very important one. So, yesterday, the group of Biafrans in code, or the group that have been actually fighting Simon Èkpá, called him out in a space. I'm actually surprised that the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá had to come out, to respond to some of the questions that he was asked in the space. It was a very controversial one, and this actually shows how, when we talk about Simon Èkpá, not really even he doesn't really care what you think about him. He doesn't really care what you think about the struggle, but your thought or your feeling will not stop the struggle. And if there is one thing Simon Èkpá clarified in this audio that you're about to listen to, this is a very hot interview, and I pray you'll be able to listen to it from the beginning to the end and see how intelligently, Simon Èkpá replied and answered these guys. They were throwing him questions from left to right, ranting him, doing everything to bring him down, to bring down his struggle or his belief, in what he stands for. Simon Èkpá, in his fearlessness, was able to handle and curtail the whole questions that was thrown against him. It was a very, very serious issue. It was heated up. At some point, it was so heated up that at some point, they all gathered, how Toronto Aka, in order to just weigh him down. But he was able to answer it. But after he clarified his stance in the struggle and clarified the, should I even call them the Sabos, or those who do not believe in his struggle, or those who feel that he's not doing it right, there is one thing he clarified there that, that actually was, for me, was the biggest highlight of, the whole event or the whole space. He said that he does not care those who believe in him or what they believe in, that their feelings, their thought is none of his concern. But the reality is that what he is doing, the world is seeing it. And that is the most important thing. The most important thing is for the freedom of Biafra to come as quickly as possible. So however you want to see it, however he's doing it, you might not really like his pattern. But the fact remains that he took up the mantle when nobody was ready to take it up. When Onyendu was gone, there was no other person. He decided to take it up, and yet he is being castigated. Please enjoy this live audio and do not forget to share this to every Biafran. It's a very interesting one, and I hope you enjoy this.
It's just a very simple question. The enforcement of sit-at-home, why his map, spreads beyond the southeast? He can't enforce it in Port Harcourt, but he brags about what he's doing in the southeast. Nobody supports sit-at-home. They go on social media, you will see that his boys brag about the damages and the terror they unleash on people on Monday.
Are you just going to allow this guy to keep speaking, please?
All right. Have you finished?
Yeah.
All right. So the achievement we have got so far is that the achievement we have so far. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have embarked on economic strangulation of Nigeria, and it is working. That is number one. Number two, we have started the delegitimization of the Nigeria representative within Biafraland. The governors, commissioners, down to local government chairmen. Very, very soon, we will give all of them a chase of their life after cutting their wings. Who are their wings? Their wings are the army, terrorist police carrying gun in Biafraland. These are the terrorists that we have, and we are going to cut them until these criminals in political position will not have anyone to carry gun and follow them again, and we'll give them a chase of their life, and we'll take over our land. That's number two. Number three, we have been able to show to the world that Biafra have embraced their freedom by embarking on over 2 years civil disobedience, whether you like it or not. It is a fact. Of course, as somebody who is a very happy slave, you can make your choice and bank and live on your propaganda. It does not move us. Biafra people want to sit at home to register their grievances and their rejection over Nigeria. And they have done it for the past 2.5 years. And even if you claim that people are scared, it means that Nigeria is already a failed state because they can't guarantee the security of the so-called citizens, which we have seen not only in the southeast, but other parts of Nigeria. If Simon Ekpá can be in Finland and make you not to go out, it means that the government you claim to be in love with has failed you. And therefore, they shouldn't be allowed to stay even the next minute. If I can be in Finland and make you uncomfortable and your government could not stop me, it means they have failed. And that's why the Biafra government is in charge. And that's what we try to prove to the world, that Nigeria is already a failed state. They cannot solve their security challenges. They cannot solve their problem. They are helpless and confused. And you cannot trust your life on a government like that. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Can we?
Because if your children go to school on Monday, why
I sit at home? I sit at home not just on Monday. Any place, any day I say sit at home in Biafraland, I sit at home myself. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's move forward. Ada, ask your question, please. Maximum of 2 questions. It won't be more than 2, so that I can make it clear. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Chief. Good morning, you people have been on this space for so long, and I just wanted to say more grease to your elbow. First of all, if you can be in Finland and disrupt things in Nigeria, it doesn't only mean that the government has failed. It also means that you are part of the problem. Okay. I just wanted to put that out there. You know.
So can you ask question? Can you ask question, not comment?
It will do you very well to be very respectful to yourself by being respectful to other people.
Ask question, please.
I will ask my question right after I make my spiel. Biko.
We are not here to make speech. Ask question. Everybody has.
Can you talk to her to ask question?
Okay. I'm not. Please. On your name, if you're not the one speaking, don't interject. The only person that will respond to anything now is Simon and Honorable Ada. Every other person, please respect Ndine Kwoku. Can wrap your word again, Anna. Biko. Even if you think the person is not making sense, allow the person to finish. When it's your turn to speak, you speak. Biko, decorum here. Ada, over to you. Ask your question so that Simon can respond.
Thank you very much, Chief. Secondly, you are not strangulating the economy of the Nigerian government. You're strangulating the economy of Ndibo. Okay.
That is your opinion. Now, that is your personal opinion.
It is very uncouth, or guy.
Please, Chief. Can you tell her to ask question?
Ada,
you will not police me now. I'm trying to ask my question, but you continue to police me. You disrespect me completely.
Ada,
okay,
please.
Sorry, Daniel. Arabiko, just ask the question, let him respond, so that this place won't be heated up. Ask question, then another person will ask. That way, and we can move where the mic around. Because just ask him the direct question. Can we make a respond to her? Because go ahead.
Thank you again, Chief. I'm getting to that question. Now, my question is, how, when, and why are you self-acclaiming or self-declaring yourself to be the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic? How? Kedundi elect again to this position? Because as much as we're trying to run away from dictatorship and all this nonsense in Nigeria, if anybody decides to succeed, you, as Onyagwanam, a replacement dictator, will not be Prime Minister. So how? Because Kijiwe crown Biafran Prime Minister, and who elected you into said position? Thank you.
Yeah, first of all, you are not a Biafran as of today. You are a Nigerian, so you wouldn't know how I was elected until, if you want to know, you join Biafra to know how I was elected. I was duly elected by the Biafra government in exile cabinet, and you are not part of it, and you can never be part of it until Biafra comes. Then we can talk about your citizenship. The issue of whether I am destroying Nigeria. Yes, I am destroying Nigeria, and I'm taking responsibility, and I'm very, very proud for that. But the question you should ask, what led to me destroying Nigeria today? That is the question. I am destroying Nigeria because I have to protect my people.
You're destroying your people.
I'm not destroying my people. My people.
Ada, please don't interrupt him. Please allow him to respond. You've asked him a question. Please, it is wrong.
My people are very happy with me, and you can see them here everywhere in Biafraland. Every Monday, you see my people. That you are having a different opinion, a divergent view on how I am fighting Biafra does not mean anything. It is normal. Even we are going to conduct this referendum, many of you will vote against it. It is normal. When Britain exited EU, so many people voted against them, but the majority carries the vote. So you are just one person. One person, one vote. It does not mean anything. It does not. So everybody with their opinion, and that's why we are in democracy. At the same time, we are in freedom fighting. So you should be asking, what led to Simon Èkpá to the path he told today? It is because the time has come for somebody somewhere to take the bull by its horn, and I'm doing that. Nigeria is designed to fail, and I will be a very big tool to make Nigeria fail. My agenda and target today is to make Nigeria fail, and that is only Nigeria until Nigeria disintegration. Simon Èkpá, is going to do it. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Let's go to the next question. Thank you. Omega.
Chief, because, somebody
okay.
asked a question in this comment section.
Adachalu, you can ask on the comment section so that other people can ask him. And we're a lot of people that want to ask him a question. Omega, go ahead with your question. One or two. It won't be more than two. Go ahead.
Sorry, it's a question that had been asked that he didn't answer. I just wanted to, somebody asked to remind him that question.
No problem. It will come back to you. It will come back to you. Omega, go ahead with your questions.
Okay, Igbo Ekene.
Omega, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Omega,
it's on the Kwoku.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Maybe network. Okay.
Yeah, Omega, go ahead.
Okay, where can I mono? Oh, okay. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on this platform. Now, if there is a seat at home in the whole land of Igbo, how come someone Èkpá, his boys, are destroying the properties of the people you claimed to be protecting? You lack empathy. How come your own things are going wrong in your own in an Igbo, that land that you claim that you are protecting? People are dying. Sit at home. There should be other penalties to make people go in and all, but people are destroying the property of your own people. And I was on your space the other time, and you were like, you kicked me off because if I asked that question. You were glorifying that your boys were killing people, your own people in your own land. How can you be fighting and killing the people you claim to be protecting? You lack empathy, and you don't have the qualities or the character to be a leader.
Is that the question?
All right, Omega, it's okay.
First of all, please let me address him. First of all, Simon Èkpá is not killing the people that I'm fighting for. The people that are killing your people are Nigerian state. Of course, you refuse to see that.
I've been on your space several times, and I hear you speak, and I hear you praising your voice. So you can't tell me that.
I praise the Biafra Liberation Army when they neutralize Nigeria Army, neutralize Nigeria police, because these are the people killing our people. So I praise them. Like today, like yesterday, we neutralized many of them, and I posted the video. As you can see it on my page. I'm not hiding it. We neutralize them with more firepower when they come to kill our people. Before you see how they used to kill. Like what is happening all over Nigeria today. In the north, they kill. Just 1 hour ago, Air Force admitted of killing 40 people in Nasarawa State. The same thing is happening in Biafraland. We stop them. Today, anytime they come, they die. Do you know how many thousands of the terrorist army have come to Biafraland and died there? So what will they do? They will not fight the Biafra army. Rather, they go and start burning innocent houses. And you are not talking about that. You are very comfortable with it. So I am not here to fight for you. I am here to fight for those who believe in their freedom. And you are not one of them. Thank you.
And you are killing them.
Did they complain that I'm killing them? You are the one saying it.
You are.
Right. Can we go to the next person?
Yeah.
I think, Omega. Yeah, Ichi. Go ahead, Yaga.
Okay. The next question is going to come from Otumba. Otumba Dike. Ask your question.
Okay. They were because they called me out severally. Simon called me out severally about to answer him because he actually posed the question in maps in the essential. Number one, Otumsi Eku before. Abia Mahadum Nam the East, and I made a decision as a young man, Ibina East. Okay? Because I say
I've had this story before. Can I ask question, please?
Otumba, can you just go straight to your question?
Okay. My first
I'm sorry, but only an set it on. Is he the host?
Allow, just let him entertain the questions, and then we can have conversations. But if he doesn't want, that's
this
fine.
Is
but
the first time I want to address in this number.
Wait. I made back to you. Otumba Biko, many people go straight to the point. Draw your question. Joy and then you answer. And Biko, when you're interject. Biko, now you can now. Otumba Ga, Simon, your question. Draw your question, Biko.
Oh, so
Otumba never.
Daniel, his mic is bad. His network is bad, Daniel.
Otumba, me pay mic.
Everyone now. Because I was trying to say,
Daniel, mute your mic. Daniel, mute your mic.
I was trying to lay a background that my first vehicle na Southeast Camp Goteria. My first million na Southeast Camp Bataria. My businesses na Southeast Kano. I made that intentional decision. That's the background I wanted to lay before I ask my question. All right. My question is, Biko, Mr. Simon, what stake do you have in the Southeast? Or, sorry, that is a security question. In any stake at all in the Southeast? And that leads me to question number 2, Mbemjo from A to B, a tackle why him. You answered it from the angle of Ndeno outside Southeast. When I say from point A to B, question number John wo fonda hono na Southeast na Biafra, because ihe ni na akpawo ndị ha no ebe ahụ, we dey starve because of ndị no outside chọrọ na agba ti okwe. My point A to B wo life, political, economical, social. Nande no na makande no na Southeast, Biafrans, okay? Yes, Biafrans in the Southeast from A to B. What is your plan for them? Or Sunday outside, kill with their king. What of those in Southeast? And that's why my brother said that you lack empathy. from the way you talk about those non Southeast. I made a conscious decision as a young man that I will even die in the Southeast.
So what is
So
your
I'm
question?
asking, what is your stake? One, two.
This is not Igbo
Hey,
space.
shut the
This is
fuck up.
Biafran space. Nobody.
Shut up.
Ana m ekwu na-ekwusi ike sị biko ife nwanne anyị nwoke na-ekwu bụ eziokwu. Ife a bụ Igbo space ka anyị bịa hashtag Igbo space. Mana ama m na o nwere ndị nada anụsụ Igbo ọ Igbo fa na-esiri ike, so ịgbagọta ọ bụ na ịdị asụsụ nwa Igbo ọfụma ị na-asụ ya ka isi wee mụta mana ka anyị kaba arụ na-asụ n'Igbo. World greatest interject ya mmadụ again wepụ gị. This is like the third time you are doing it. Interject again, weapon. So Otumba, finalize that question. So like Simon make a respond. Okay, move the mic around. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I support here Grandmaster Niku. Kaina Suya Nibo Biko. I bear by in Ogo. You understand? When they when they bataraka can with the headline. Biko Kaijua Nibo. So more to chagwe me him choice. Thank you.
Okay, Simon, I'm gonna mean with the question.
So, I want one question with the logic. So, what is the question?
Question audio Gable mean well any stake.
Okay, and
yes.
okay, and also is a security question. So I will answer him. I have a stake in Igbo land more than he can ever imagine. Okay. And then he talked about the life of the people as point A and point B. You know, it quite beats my imagination that many of you don't even understand that you are already in the state of war. That is what you are. You are already in the state of war in Nigeria. Do you know how many people that die in Nigeria every day in the hand of the government? Not even in the east, though. Other part of Nigeria. And because we are talking about Biafra, then whenever people die in East where they kill, you call it people fighting for Biafra, killing each other. But who are those killing the people in the north? Who are those killing the people in the middle belt? This is war. Do you know today that as a result of the Biafra movement, the fighter jet of Nigeria is bombarding some part of Imo State? Are you aware of that? That is a state of war. So when you are in a state of war, the only thing you think of is how to get to the enemy and defend your people. You may not see it as a defense because you never believed in Biafra, and it is normal. You never believed in what we are doing. It is normal. But what I'm trying to tell you today, if you care to know, is that Nigeria is already in the state of war, and we who understand what Nigeria is doing, we will not sit back and watch them to kill our people because you have business in the east, you have business you are doing in the east. For that reason, everybody must die so you can become the only king. It is not going to happen. We'll fight for the best interests of people, including your own interest in proxy, if you don't believe in it. But at the end of the day, after 10 years from now, you will know the impact of Simon Èkpá and Biafra government. Thank you.
Okay. The next question, I have to read it out so that the next question, you drafted a map. Why is the sit at home not held at other places in that map outside Southeast? Why is he not enforcing the sit at home in other places outside Southeast? Moreover, how is the referendum done outside Nigerian sovereignty, in Finland precisely, going to be accepted by Nigerian government? So, as are these two questions. Can you observe this sit down at home now other territories, other cities, non a Biafran map, right? That is one. Then number two, Kedife Media conduct referendum outside Nigeria sovereignty. Nigerian government Agemia accept.
Okay, let me answer him. The first question about the sit at home is that some of you knows the history of Nigeria and the history of Biafra after the war. A lot of people were brainwashed and they brought in the divide and rule tactics, which some of you here are now, being part of today, because no reasonable person who will see what is happening in Nigeria and support Nigeria, irrespective of how bad we are fighting the freedom. So they injected this hatred on Igbo in other parts of our brothers' area after the war. And when you talk about Biafra, they say, oh, we don't want Igbo, Igbo are dominating. Igbo are dominating. And they distance themselves from it for a very long time. This is something that happened when we were not born, from 1967 to date. So what do? What we did now is to try to start the unification of the Biafra people from the old Eastern region. And we have succeeded. So the issue of sit at home is going to be gradual thing if we did not get our freedom before the earlier than we expected. So the sit at home will gradually spread to other parts of Biafra land. We may even change the tactics. We have actually achieved our aim with the sit at home, which is the delegitimization of the Nigeria from the southeast. We have done that. So the issue of sit at home will gradually, spread to other parts of Biafra land as time goes on. But for now, the southeast part of Biafra are the people that has paid the biggest price of one Nigeria. And that's why it is more important to them than other part of Biafra, because they have paid the biggest price. And they continue to pay. So you watch and see how the sit at home and other activities of the Biafra liberation will spread. And I want to make it very clear today that we have captured the entire 40 states of Biafra. We have the presence of Biafra Liberation Army in every state.
Okay, Kaigani. The next question. Before I join a microphone. Also, as a person, let me read it out. As someone that claims to be leading Biafra, do you know how to speak Igbo? Because you have never addressed Igbos or Biafrans with Igbo language.
Onye bụ onye Igbo, onye bụ onye isi ndị Igbo na Finland for Arino. Isi m na mamara asụ Igbo. Onye ha ga-asụ Igbo, ọ ga-asụ Igbo karịa m. Ihe nji asụ Igbo, asụ Bekee bụ na Biafra bụrụ Igbo. Ọ bụrụ sọsọ ndị Igbo na Biafra. And mpụta ikwu okwu, ọ ga-adị mma na m mere ya, m kwuru ya otu onye ọzọ, ndị ọzọ ga-esi nụ ya. Maka ihe ọbụla m ga-ekwu na space ga-adị ezigbote mkpa. Ọ bụrụ mpụta na asụ sọsọ Igbo, sọsọ Igbo abụrụ Biafra. And onye ọbụla na-ene anya ka m sụba Igbo bụ ndị ọjọọ na-achọ ka eweta that particular division ahụ m address now. So asụ m Igbo karịa many of you here. You got to go?
Okay, Dalo Kaigani.